Hi, this specific video is basically for schedule to prepare for CAT in 2 months. So if you're starting from now and you want to prepare for CAT in 2 months, so how do you go about it? So I already made a video with regards to general preparation. This is to give you very specific in terms of what schedule you can make for Quant, for DIALA and for verbal for the next 2 months with respect to CAT exam. So first let's understand three sections for CAT, Quant, DIALA, verbal section. So time period 2 months, right? Exactly 2 months to prepare for CAT. So first month focus on trying to complete a syllabus and write a few mocks. You need to do that simultaneously because since you have only 2 months left, it makes sense to focus on both simultaneously. So you try to cover the syllabus and also do the mocks. In the second month, you can do mocks plus practice. Okay, that's how you can go about. So your daily plan, maybe around 3 to 5 hours daily for con. This is for con section we're talking about, and 10 to 15 minutes for calculation. So we would expect that depending on time available, you can spend at least so much as far as the con section is concerned. Complete the syllabus by end of October as far as possible. Just focus on understanding fundamentals. That's what's important. Don't get into too details of it. Just the basic fundamentals when you're completing the syllabus. Focus on solving easy sums. Look, in the exam, if you really want to crack the exam, you need to focus on trying to identify easy sums and solve and not waste time on tough sums. So if there are sums that are too tough, for now skip it. Try to focus on understanding fundamentals and easy sums. Right? Also ensure that you maintain deadlines. If you made a plan, which you should, try to maintain a deadline so that you complete your syllabus on time. Right? And if you're not comfortable with a topic, move ahead. You can always come back to it. Okay, but don't try to waste too much time on a topic. What happens is students normally waste too much time on a topic and they don't complete the syllabus on time, which now you cannot afford because there are only 2 months left. So generally a plan to prepare for 2 months. So in the first month, as I said, focus on syllabus. So 25 days. So maybe 1 day number system, 2 day averages, 1 day percentage, and so on. Just solve a few sums, maybe a little bit theory and a few sums on that day. That's what is important. So whatever 4-5 hours that you plan to solve for mathematics, try to complete a whole topic, just a little bit of theory and sums, solve a few sums so that you understand the fundamentals of it, right? That's how you can do. As we had mentioned earlier, when you're solving, at least solve one mock a week, 1 or 2 mocks a week. But apart from that, this is what you can do for the remaining days where you complete the max syllabus. I've not given too many days per topic because you don't have time. But at least if you understand the fundamentals of each topic, you can go ahead with it. By chance, if you feel that a particular topic you're really weak at, you can completely skip it. There's no harm in doing that. But not too many topics. So if you feel, no, I think my equations is not very good, for now skip it. Okay, try to do topics which you're comfortable with, and maybe later on if you feel the need, you can come back to those topics. For example, in PNC probability, you hardly have 1 or 2 sums that come in the exam, but the topic is really vast. If you spend too much time on that, maybe other topics can get affected. So decide. Okay, for now focus on completing the syllabus. Do the topics you're comfortable with so that you understand the fundamentals. A few topics which you feel you're not comfortable, you can always skip those topics. Coming to DLR, maybe 1.5 to 2 hours of DLR, around 10 to 15 minutes of mental calculations and puzzles. This is what is expected of you as far as DLR is concerned. For DLR, take a few puzzles and solve every day. Makes more sense. So try to, in 1 month, around 25 days, try to do 13 days of syllabus and 12 days of practice for mixed sums. Now, why 25 days? Because remaining days you will solve the mocks as such. But yes, from the remaining 25 days that you have, around 13 days to complete a syllabus. But since you don't have too much time, the 12 days you can do mix sums. Pick up sums from the past mocks or the current mocks and just practice mix sums because that's what is going to come in the exam. As far as syllabus, and you can do in alternate days. So 1 day you can do syllabus, 1 day you can practice mix sum from the mock. You can keep on doing alternate days. As far as syllabus goes, the 13 days, 5 days of DI. Every day pick up 4-5 sets and try to solve so that you're just comfortable with different type of DI. Same with logic topics. Pick up these topics and every day pick up 4 or 5 question sets and try to solve so that you're comfortable with a topic as such. That's the basic idea. Coming to verbal section, if you look at 80% of the paper is RC and parasum read. It means purely based on reading. So if you focus on reading, most of your CAT syllabus will take care of. And RC and parasum normally improves by reading. The more you read, the better you will be. So reading is the most important part as far as CAT. It doesn't only help in verbal, but it could help in DILR and CONT. Because the more you read, the better you understand the language, and better you'll be able to understand the DILR sets and the CONT sets. Also separately solve para summary, odd man out, because in RC there are only four things: RC, para summary, para jumbles, odd man out. For some time you can take separate and solve para summary, odd man out. If the focus is only CAT, then you can completely leave vocabulary and grammar. But if you're looking at other exams, you can maybe solve vocabulary and grammar to some extent. Your daily plan, focus on reading. My suggestion is, instead of solving exercises, focus more on reading, because that will help you the most. Anyway, you'll solve RC and verbal exercises during when you're solving the mocks. But otherwise, this is a daily plan. Around 20 minutes of vocabulary maximum if you're doing vocabulary. Around 20 minutes of verbal exercises maximum if you're doing verbal exercises. You can skip. I put 0 to 20 because you can skip it if you're not giving any other exams. Reading, important to read what you like. To create a good habit of reading, you need to enjoy your reading. So important to read what you like. So if you're not sure what you like, read different genres. Okay, find out what you enjoy. Maybe read fiction, read non-fiction, read autobiographies, read fantasy, read different type of novels and see what you enjoy reading. Also, when you're reading over a period of time, also include editorials of newspapers or articles from the internet to read, okay, from different places. It helps to improve. I mean, you read what you like, but a few newspaper editorials and a few articles could help. Maybe one on each day helps. So what to read? 2 hours, like read what you enjoy, novels or anything that you like to read. Maybe editorials, one article for 15 minutes or 2 articles, and maybe articles from different topics like psychology, sociology, etc. So like I've just made a list of topics. Monday maybe you can read politics, Tuesday you can read history. So this is on varied topics. So you get a variety of topics to read, because in the examination the RC passages come from different topics. So able to comprehend that makes sense to be comfortable with the language of those topics, right? Apart from that, you can practice VA, 5 days for para jumbles, 5 days for odd man out, 5 days for para summary, but do that only after 15 days of reading. So if you start from say first to 15 days, read regularly, and after that you can start these. If you're already a regular reader, then you can directly start para jumbles, odd man out and para summary around 5 days. Solve a few exercises to be comfortable with the topic, right? I hope this will give you a fair idea in terms of the schedule that you need to make. Look at my first video where I talked about more in terms of overall planning. This to give you specific idea of how to plan in terms of topic wise. Both the videos together will help you to plan. We'll release more videos, so you can subscribe to our channel, and that will hopefully help you to get more information regarding preparation and planning. Thank you.